Our meat chickens are 1 week old now, and I'm amazed at how much they've grown in the past week. At the end of the video, we're going to get a weight on one of the birds. We'll start tracking that, but more on that in a minute. Howdy folks, my name's Reagan. Welcome back to the GWP Homestead. This is our first time raising meat chickens, and we thought it'd be fun to share our experiences with you. This is not an expert's take on this matter. It's more of a first-timers. If we can do it, so can you. We wanted to share our experiences week by week. Enough talking, let's go see the birds. Number one observation, these birds eat a lot of food. Now we've got 29 of them in here. We started off with 31, we have lost 2. At least they said we started off with 31.
I counted them.
Did you count them?
I counted
them. She counted them. So yes, we did start with 31. I never actually counted them. We're down to 29. Sometimes you do expect a little bit of loss. I don't necessarily know what happened with those, but I mean, it happens. It's unfortunate, but it's part of doing this.
Now, we're also in our brooder area where we also have some layer birds to compare. Now, there's half as many birds. They're going through about half as much food. Our layers were also a week older than these meat birds, and they've already caught up to the same size as our layer chicks. And our meat birds and our layer chicks are all female. When we ordered our meat birds, we ordered all hens because for one, they were a little cheaper. 2,
cheaper.
2, they will grow to a good size, but not be huge in size too, as far as eating. This is a meat bird. Deacon found my shovel. This is a layer. So right now we're in our brooder, which y'all haven't seen yet. Coming soon. Hint, hint, poke, poke.
Working on the video. Getting there.
We're in our new redesigned brooder. We divided this in half, and then in that half we put up 2 pens to keep the 2 birds separate. Not for any particular reason, other than the fact to keep them warm, make sure they were staying in a small enough area. Now both sets of birds are big enough that we can remove those panels and let them all run together.
Now one thing that's important to keep in mind, the difference between meat birds and layer chickens, if they were eating 2 different types of food at this age, you would not want to have them running together because, you know, if they're eating each other's food, it could affect the way they grow and kind of the way they develop. Right now they are both eating chick starts, so we don't feel any kind of problem about keeping them all together. We're not pulling the meat birds' feed at a certain time of day, which we'll do whenever they get bigger. Right now, we can just combine them and let them run together. They're going to eat different amounts of food, and you know, since the meat birds are going to eat so much more, but they're eating the same food. I don't see a problem. Nobody seems to have told me any different, so we're going to let them run together for the time being. And also, not at all related to the baby chickens, we have a peacock now. Came home from church today, we have a peacock. Not sure why we have a peacock, not sure who the peacock actually belongs to, but the peacock's going to stay here until somebody locally can claim him. Don't mind having a peacock. He seems to be getting along with the chickens, but we have a peacock. When we built this brooder, we wanted it to be large enough so that when the birds were a day old, all the way up until they were old enough to either move into a coop, move into a tractor, wherever they were going to end up, this area was large enough or small enough for them to be in. So we had the whole area. We could also divide it in half with this piece of plywood. We also have these reusable brooder panels that we use. So whenever they first showed up as a couple days old chicks, we could set those brooder panels up and keep them in a small contained area. Well, now they're old enough where they can have a little bit more run, a little bit more room to move around. If it warms up during the day, they need to get away from the heat lamp. They can do that. They don't have to be right underneath it. So at this point, we can take the brooder panels down and they have just a little bit more space to move around. Little orphan Amy here.
She's not really an orphan. Her mama just took off in the field where she wasn't supposed to be, so now the baby's hanging out with us.
There we go.
Take enough hair away.
3.6 ounces. Yeah, come here.
That was a big one, too.
4.1. 3.8. So there we go. I went ahead and did the more scientifically correct thing and at least take a 3-bird average. So we'll go ahead and put that on the screen here. Really, I don't know, they're heavy. I'm so impressed with how much they've grown in the past week.
Yeah, we didn't weigh them when they first came in, but just seeing like newborn or newly hatched, not newborn, newly hatched chicken, like baby chickens to what they already are now is insane. And the fact that they are already the same size as the layers is insane.
We're going to keep them in here mingled in for another week or 2, I guess, as long as we can. If we need to open up this other half of brooder to keep them, we'll do that. But they're going to be in here for a little bit more time, eating, drinking, growing, and it's going to be hectic. We're about 7 weeks from Butcher Day now, and that's, I don't know, we've said it a few times, and it's crazy. Just, I mean, we've not that much time, really. It's going to be here before we know it.
We've known, obviously, since we ordered them, like, okay, it's 8 weeks from when they hatch. But now that they're here, it's like,
that clock's actually ticking down.
Yeah.
A lot of exciting things still to happen. Eventually, and it's going to be soon, we're going to resurrect this ancient chicken plucker that we have that was given to us by a family friend. That thing is 50 or 60 years old, at least.
I showed it to a girl that I interact with on Instagram a lot. I showed it to her, and she said it came over on the Mayflower, which has stuck with me as being the funniest thing, and that's kind of been the joke about it now.
We'll be coming out to you next week with another update on our baby chickens. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. If you want to keep up with the whole shebang that we're doing, there's a playlist right somewhere here on the screen that you can click.
There may be some more baby goat videos coming.
Be sure to subscribe if you want to see those. My name's Reagan. That's Megan. This little one doesn't have a name yet. This is the GWP Homestead. See y'all soon.
Bye, guys.